Good day, fella. I made a boss card for every boss, just like the one you see on screen. They all include a fight breakdown and all the boss's abilities and their cooldowns. You can grab the current boss card using the link in the description, but if you would like access to them all, they are neatly organized on my Discord. Links down there too. If the boss gets any update, I'll be updating the boss card with the new information. And if the changes are big enough, I'll probably make a new video about it. First Mate Marrow is the first boss of Wraithtide Vault, and the first thing I want to talk about is the auto attack damage. The boss itself doesn't really have a tank mechanic, but the auto attacks hurt a lot. So be very mindful as a tank and as a healer to keep your tank up, because one auto attack will do a lot of damage. Also, these auto attacks are AoE, so be very careful if you're melee or if you're standing next to the tank or in the vicinity of the tank, you will get one shot. Be very careful. So now we can see Wavestomp. Wavestomp is this cone area frontal, and you just have to get out of it before the cast is done. When the cast is done, a wave appears that travels in a very high speed forward, and if you get hit, you get slowed and have a dot. You're pretty much dead. Just don't get hit by this. And then you have Killhole coming. Killhole is a soak mechanic. So one player needs to be in each of these. That's the first way to deal with this. And then each of these players will get hurt, like damage, and a debuff. One of the debuff you will insta the spell, the other one you need to heal until you can dispel it again. Another way to deal with this is to let them happen. Whenever one of these is not soaked, all of the players get the debuff instead of only one player. You have a very amazing trinket with master spell, so you just let this happen and everybody gets the debuff and we just master spell it. Then we have Cannonball Troops. It's spawn adds. It spawns 3 adds every time, 1 mage, 2 melees. And you don't really have to focus them down because they will go on their own. When High Tide happens, they just disappear, they get away, they get thrown away. Wavestomp can be targeted to anyone, including the tanks. Be very careful if you're tanking and not really paying attention to it. And then finally we're gonna get High Tide here. High Tide is an ability where the boss goes into the middle of the room and you need to click the anchor, because if not you will get the one shot. So here he goes. You have the anchor in the middle, so you have to click the anchor before the cast time of High Tide ends. Here, it's a cast time as well, as you can see, anchor. So you need to click it and wait until it ends. Be careful with casting while this is happening, or jumping, or doing anything, because it will interrupt it. And then you're chained to the anchor and you cannot get swept away by the currents. As you see, the ads get swept away, so you don't really have to focus them. And now there is constant damage happening and you have to dodge the sharks. That's pretty much it. You just have to go on until the channel is over, dodging the sharks, healing everyone up. If your DPS is damaging the boss, this is pretty much the healer mechanic of the fight. You just have to heal through this and survive and not get hit by sharks. That's pretty much it. Then it happens and that's it. Rinse and repeat. The fight goes on, we can speed it up. And you can see the whole fight. Wavestomp is happening again. Killhole is happening again. And the fight just ends. Here I think we have another master spell, so we just let it happen and master spell. Here we have another High Tide, we will just click on the anchor. Be careful because you get dragged by other people in the anchor. So when you're grabbed by them with the chain, if you're trying to go left and everyone is trying to go right, you will not be able to go left. It's a little bit of a hard point there to get used to, because well, some people want to dodge left, some people want to dodge right, so it's not that easy at the beginning, but you get used to it and you just follow the people and that's fine. And that's it. Boss is dead. GG's. Bael'Aurum is the second boss of Wraithtide Vault, and it is a very healing intensive fight, and also the tank has a weird job in this fight. We'll get into it, but first I want to talk about what we're doing with the ad here, and if you want to try to do it as well. It is a bit of a min-maxing strategy, but you can get this ad, the Great Spawn, that casts the big purple area and put it on top of the boss, because it will hurt the boss and damage it. Unfortunately here we failed to do it because the tank does not go close to the boss enough. So this is the Greed's Embrace that will hurt the boss if it's inside there, and it will do some damage to it. It's just to help kill the boss faster. The mob doesn't really do much, just auto attacks. So you put it next to the boss and it will just do this Greed's Embrace and it will do damage to the boss. So into the boss. This is what he does. He does Temptation all the time onto random players, tank, healer, or DPS included. You just have to heal through it. It does quite a bit of damage, especially on high keys, so don't underestimate the damage it does. And then this is what the weird part of the fight. So he will spawn an orb, and every time you do damage to him, he will spawn coins. So what is the tank's job throughout the fight here? More than damaging the boss, which is also a good thing to do, because he's the only one allowed to move this ball. The ball is moved by damage, and only tanks damage. And you need to put the ball through the coins in the room. So later on, the boss hoards the ball, puts it back into himself. It's like a coin ball. It will hurt him. So here's the ball. And another mechanic, Erupting Envy. Frontal, if you get hit by this, it will fear you, probably one-shot you, but if you don't get one-shot, it will fear you. It can be dispelled, so if your healer can, and it's not the one getting fear, it can dispel. There's the ball, the tank trying to get all the coins as soon as possible. Temptation keeps happening, and then tornadoes. There are tornadoes around the room. They also hit the ball and will try to disrupt the tank and make it harder for him to get the balls everywhere. But it also hits you, of course, and it damages. So please just don't get hit. Finally, we're gonna get the Eclipse, which is the big healing check of the fight, which is literally just AoE damage. And here it goes. Be careful with the coins. The coins drop and they hurt. So don't stand on top of coins. Don't get hit when the coins are dropping down, etc. So here goes the Eclipse, and it's just AoE damages you have to heal through. Defensives are amazing here. And everything. Don't get hit by the coins while this is happening, because it can be very easy to die just by getting hit by one coin and then one tick of the Eclipse and then you die. And then the tank goes again, as you can see him there, get all the coins, and then so every coin that has not been dragged by the ball, it will heal the boss once he hoards, and all the coins that are inside the ball will hurt the boss once it hoards. So you see here he has 69% HP. And then he will soak this coin, he will get some HP up. There you go, 72%, 3%, and now he will lose like 10 or 12% because of the ball. Let's see, 64 to 53, so 11%. And that's pretty much rinse and repeat. You get a turn every time he hoards, you get them one extra tornado. That's what gets harder. There's more things in the room. And here is the Eclipse coming. We group up, and I just have to heal through this. Be careful again with the coins when you're dropping. Be careful with the tornadoes. Don't get hit by the tornadoes here. Very easy way to die is to get hit by something during Eclipse. So let me explain. The coins spawn while you do damage to the boss. The more damage you deal to the boss, the more coins it spawns, and the more the tank needs to pick them up, because it will heal them if he doesn't. So it is not only possible to just damage the boss and kill it that way. You need to pick up the coins, because if not, he will heal from them. In fact, here, for instance, I think if the tank would have picked more coins up, he probably would have been dead. Because if we go back a little bit, he has 15% HP, still going down, 14%, 13%, 12%. He already heals 3%. He's gonna heal a lot here. He healed like 16%. So as a tank, your main job here is to get all the coins. And that's it. You just Deathless Katrine is the last boss of Wraithtide Vault, and at the beginning you should really focus on the ads. They never spawn again, but she always has them at the beginning. You need to interrupt them and focus them down. They hurt a lot. They're throughout the dungeon. They're cannoneers. You already find them throughout the dungeon, so focus them down. Another easy way to deal with these is to just chickenize them with a trinket, because they don't give any percentage. So you can just safely chickenize them and forget about them. But if you don't have them, you should focus it and use your ults. Then we have Quick Draw by the boss. Quick Draw is just a channel that she does. She will start shooting random players and you just have to heal through it. Nothing special about it. And then you have No Quarters. So No Quarters, the way it works is that she will TP to one of the sides of the boat, either here or down here. And she will do this blue zone all around except next to her. So you need to run and stay next to her, or you will start taking damage. The way that this works is that if she's standing here, she will always TP on this side, and if she's standing here, she will TP on this side. So as a tank, you can already know where she's going, and everyone else will just plan around. So if you just tank her a little bit to the left, she will always TP on this side, and then you know where to go instantly. And that's it. It's avoidable damage, doesn't really do anything. And then finally we have the Cyclone. The Cyclone is easily dodged. It's a bit dangerous if you're melee, because it can hit you. And if you get hit by one of the lines, you get this sound that like I did, because I didn't interrupt my weapon channel because I was greedy. And it will just explode and hurt you. It is quite painful, so be mindful about it. It's half HP, there you go. And that's it. The first phase, it's pretty much over. Once she dies, second phase starts. So here we will get sent back to the beginning of the ship, and we have to run through and get back where she is. We will have a ticking damage debuff all the time when we are in this zone, and you have to dodge all the ghosties and the cannons, because they will hit you, stun you, and hurt you. So be mindful, you're already taking a lot of damage. If you get hit by one of the ghosties or the cannons, it's very dangerous. And then here in the second phase, you get one new mechanic already, which are these zones that will eventually drop a pull, will slow you down and hurt you. Be careful with your melee. Sorry, that was a shit arrow. Be careful if you're melee and Cyclone is happening. Get some space between you and the boss. Here the pool will drop. Difficulty of the second phase is that you eventually run out of space because the place gets filled with pools, the Cyclone gets harder to dodge, etc. And there is no more no quarter, so she will not TP to the side of the boat as like in phase 1, but we will have pools and we have Severe Soul. Severe Soul is that she will take one of the players except the tank and send them back to the beginning of the boat like she did on the intermission, and you just have to come back. You will take damage. The healer is also allowed to be sent, so you can stay without a healer for a while, so be careful if that happens because you will take a lot of damage. Let's speed up this a little bit. Cyclone again. You see the Fire Mage just came back, half HP, and then the pools. Always try to not put pools here because that's where people are coming back when they get Severe Soul, and you don't want them to go through the pools once they come out. So that's like the last place you should put pools on. Always try to do it here. And then we have Touch of Death. Touch of Death is the pool dropping, so it happens pretty often. You just have to be mindful of where you put them. Try to maximize the space you have in the room. And then here I'm gonna get Severe Soul so you can see it. Another thing you can do during Severe Soul or right before is put defensive speed boosts, and the trinket, the drum trinket that gives you movement speed, also can be activated before, and it will keep the debuff or the buff with speed, movement speed. At least as of now it does. Maybe they will fix it. And that's it. GG's. Subscribe for more boss breakdowns and boss cards. I'll keep updating this and making it for the new ones. And if you want the latest news, don't forget to join the Discord. Thank you and have a good day.